Hello, how are you today? Thank you for tuning in to my lesson 3 of my B1 course with an IELTS score of about 4. Let's just have a look at what we'll be teaching in the lesson today. As you can see, the topic is holidays, and the content of the lesson, it's a vocabulary lesson. So vocabulary related to different types of holidays at home and away. And we'll also have a review of adverbs of frequency: always, often, sometimes, hardly, ever, and never. So here we go. Let's have a look at the first slide together. Sorry, here we go. Can you have a look at the pictures? Here we have some different types of holidays that you might know. And here are the words that go with the pictures. Can you tell me which is which? So let's have a look at the first one together. What type of holiday is that? That's right, it's a holiday by the sea. This picture, number 2. A holiday in the mountains. 3. A camping holiday. 4. A city break. Obviously London, you can see Big Ben there, can't you, and the Houses of Parliament. And finally, number 5. That's right, it's a skiing holiday. Okay, so those are probably ones that you already know. But there are other types of holiday that are very popular in the UK, okay? And they are package holiday, number 1, a bank holiday, number 2, number 3, a public holiday, number 4, a staycation, and number 5, a sightseeing tour. And what I want you to do here is to look at the definitions of these holidays, A, B, C, D, and E, and match the definition with the type of holiday: package, bank, public, staycation, or sightseeing tour. Okay, let's do the first one together. A day, usually a Monday, when banks and businesses close and many workers have a holiday. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's right, it's 2, a bank holiday. B, a holiday in which you visit different places of interest by coach or train, usually. Yeah. 5, a sightseeing tour, and the sites are places of interest, aren't they? For example, if you're in London, it would be Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Houses of Parliament, those kind of things. Okay, good. C, where hotel, flights, airport transfers, and sometimes food are included in the price of the holiday. So you pay for everything before you go. What type of holiday is that? Very popular in the UK. It's a package holiday. Number 1, a package holiday. You buy a pack, and the pack includes hotel, transfers, flights, sometimes food. Okay. D, a national non-working day. For example, in this country, the 25th of December, Christmas Day, is an example of one of these. Yeah, it's a public holiday. 3, a public holiday. So that leaves us with E, a holiday at home, in your own house. You don't go to a hotel. Maybe you go out for the day and do nice things, but you stay at home. What type of holiday is that? Yeah, it's a staycation. Okay, a staycation. So let's just have a quick look at the answers again if you weren't sure. A is a bank holiday, B is a sightseeing tour, C, a package holiday, D, a national holiday, a public holiday, a national non-working day, and for a staycation. With me so far? That's grand. Okay. Let's have a look at the discussion now. Okay, I want to know about the type of holidays that you have in your country. Okay, and if you're doing this in the recorded version, it might be a good idea just to make notes of your answers. Do you have public holidays in your country? When? For example, we have Christmas, which is the 25th of December, and we also have New Year, which is the 1st of January. They're very popular public holidays. Do you have those in your country? Number 2, do you have anything like a bank holiday in your country? Remember, the bank holiday gets its name because that's when banks and businesses are closed. It's usually on a Monday. For example, there's a very famous one in Europe called Labour Day, which is in the beginning of May, at the beginning of May. And I love this bank holiday because it's usually the same time as my birthday. So I often have a bank holiday on my birthday, which means I don't have to take any time from work, but I have a day off work. So do you have anything like a bank holiday in your country? Maybe you have Saints' Days in Europe, something like that, but they're not always Mondays. A bank holiday is maybe something uniquely British. Let me know. So we, the British, love package holidays to Spain, Italy and Greece, for example. You know, the package holiday where everything's included, hotel, flights, transfers, sometimes even food. Well, our favourite destinations are Spain, Italy and Greece. Which countries are popular tourist destinations in your country? Number 4, imagine I'm coming to your city or your country on a sightseeing tour. What should I see? Obviously, if you come to London, for example, I recommend that you see Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Westminster, Houses of Parliament, maybe Westminster Cathedral, the London Eye, which is the big wheel where you can get a good view of the River Thames, all those kind of things, the parks. If I'm coming to your city or your country on a sightseeing tour, what should I see? And finally, have you ever had a staycation because you wanted to save money? Remember, in our definitions task, we said a staycation is literally when you stay at home. You take holiday from work, but you stay at home. You sleep in your own bed at night. Maybe in the day you go to the beach or you go sightseeing, but you come back to your house at night and you sleep in your own bed. Have you ever had a staycation because you wanted to save money? Okay, so the first part of the lesson has been a vocabulary review of different types of holiday. Okay, how many can you remember? So we looked at 5 pictures originally, didn't we? So a holiday by the sea, in the mountains, a camping holiday. What other picture did we have? A skiing holiday and a city break. Yeah, and then we've talked about bank holidays, public holidays, package holidays, and staycations. Okay, let's have a look at the next slide and see what's happening now. Sorry, I'll just move you on to the next bit. There we go. How often do you have a holiday? So these sentences are true for me, 1 to 6 are true for me, but you'll notice that some of the words are missing. I've given you the first letter of the word, But you have to try and guess the word in the gaps to complete the sentences so that they are true for me. Okay? Here we go. Number 1. How often do you have a holiday? I'm incredibly lucky. Number 1, I have a holiday a year. What words go in those gaps? I have a holiday a year. I have a holiday once or twice a year. Number 2, I have a holiday in summer. August is my favourite month. So we're thinking about how often, okay, the clue is there, how often. I have a holiday in summer. August is my favourite month. I always have a holiday in summer. Always. August is my favourite month. Number 3, we go camping because my children love sleeping in a tent. We go camping because my children love sleeping in a tent. We sometimes go camping because my children love sleeping in a tent. Did you get it right? Here's another one. How often do you have a holiday is the question. Number 1, I go skiing because I don't like cold weather very much. 2 words. The first word starts with and the second with e. That's right, I hardly ever go skiing because I don't like cold weather very much. Number 5, we go on holiday for longer than 2 weeks because my husband is too busy at work. What do you think the missing word is here? And it begins with n. We go on holiday for longer than 2 weeks because my husband is too busy at work. We never go on holiday for longer than 2 weeks. That's right. Here's the question, number 6. Do you take a break from work? That's right. How often do you take a break from work? Well done. And here are the task answers in green for you to have a look at. And you can pause the video, the recording at that point if that helps. So once or twice a year, always, sometimes, hardly ever, never. And the question, how often? Now, these are all examples of adverbs of frequency, okay? And when we use the question, how often, we want to find out how many times somebody does something. Yeah, how often do you have a holiday? We've looked at the adverbs of frequency here in my sentences were always, often, sometimes, hardly ever, and never, in that order. Yeah, so always is every time and never 0 times, okay? And what the only tricky thing about them is where they go in the sentence, okay? And they come after the subject and before the verb. Yeah, I always have a holiday in summer. Not I have always, not always I have, not at the end, I have a holiday in summer always. Nope, I always have a holiday in summer and I hardly ever go skiing. So look at the position, make sure you're aware of where the position is in the sentence. Time phrases like once or twice or 3 times a year or every year or 6 months go at the end of the sentence. Yeah. So in our examples, I'm very lucky. I have a holiday once or twice a year at the end. Okay. How does that seem? So far, we've looked at vocabulary related to different types of holiday and how often we have a holiday. We've looked at the adverbs of frequency, always, sometimes, hardly ever, never, once or twice a year, and the question how often, and we've looked at where these words go in the sentence. Okay, what's next on our list of things to do? Of course, it's now complete these sentences so they are true for you. It's your turn to practice, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Complete these sentences so that they are true for you. Try to use this lesson's holiday vocabulary if you can. Have a pen and paper ready if you're watching the recording. I usually have a holiday in... My favourite type of holiday is a... because... I prefer to have a holiday in my country, or I prefer to travel to a different country because... In my country, my favourite public holiday is because... What type of holidays did you go on as a child? Is the next question. And what type of holidays do you think you'll enjoy in 10 years' time, and why? Okay, so for example, if I were answering these questions so that they were true for me, I usually have a holiday in August. I usually have a holiday in summer. My favourite type of holiday is a holiday by the sea because I love the water. So I love sailing, I love swimming, I love going out in a boat, all those kind of things. I prefer to have a holiday in a different country to the UK because I want the weather. The weather in summer in the UK isn't always very warm, and because I love the water, I want the sunshine and I want hot weather, so I usually travel abroad. In my country, my favourite public holiday is Christmas because I have children and I love giving them presents and I love seeing how excited they get for December the 25th. It's fantastic. As a child, I went on package holidays with my parents. So every year we went to Spain and we went to the same hotel for about 5 years. So the package holiday was where the hotels, flights and transfer and food were included. Yeah, we used to have in my childhood package holidays to Spain. In 10 years' time, I hope I'll be having holidays in more exotic destinations than I do now. At the moment with my family, we go to Europe because the flights are short. So we go to Italy, which I love. I speak Italian. We go to Spain because my husband speaks Spanish and because the flight is only 2 to 3 hours long. In the future, I hope to go to America and places further afield, perhaps, for example, New Zealand, Thailand, places like that with my children when they are bigger and when we can enjoy the experience of a long flight and a more expensive holiday. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to hearing all about what type of holidays you like. Thanks for tuning in to lesson 3 of my B1 course, and I hope to see you for lesson 4, which is all about food. Okay, it's been great working with you today. Make sure you note all the new vocabulary down and try to use it as much as you can, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.